Today, I'm going to talk about how to rank #1 in Google in 2023. Let's dive into it. Item number 1. Don't just create content that your customers search for. Create content that's around a conversation that your customers have about your product or service. Map all the keywords in that universe and make sure that you're representing everything in that conversation on one web page with references to all of the subtopics. Google's going to love that. Also, AI chat is going to love that as well. Number 2. Make sure that your content is helpful. Google just came out with the helpful content update. You need to make sure that you're directly addressing the questions of your consumers inside of your content and citing facts, figures, and other web pages that are highly credible. Also, item number 2, make sure that you're updating your content often. The more often you update your content with the latest news around the topic, the latest information around the topic, the higher you're going to rank for whatever query. Pro tip, some of the biggest news publications in the world might update a page on their website 40, 50 times a day. Number 3, include long-form content, and then inside of that, include multimedia such as videos, images, and graphics. Consumers love that. Pro tip, did you know that 90% of people in 2023 plan to have a YouTube marketing strategy? Also, did you know that content that's over 2,200 words has by far the most linking domains on average inside of Google? People like to link to longer form content. Item number 4, go into Google Search Console and monitor your click-through rate. If your click-through rate is below 1%, keep working on it and try to get it up into those 2, 3, 4, 5% ranges or even better. Number 5, make sure your web page is lightning fast. You want to have scores at least over 80 for mobile and desktop if possible. Number 6, have a detailed schema.org strategy that marks up all the most important elements on that page so that Google can pull that out and use that to deliver information in the search engines and better evaluate your website. Number 7, make sure your website is secure with HTTPS. Number 8, have a compliant linking strategy so that you're getting links from top domains because you've got great content and have generated real press. Number 9, leverage the power of social media. If you've got a great web page, don't just leave it there. Create a video about the topic of that web page. Push it out throughout all social media. Link back from the social media posts back to your web page. You want to also show up on the social media sites when somebody does a search, so make sure to optimize your social media posts for the same topic. You want media everywhere, especially around your core topics. So forget about just Google, think about the entire web. That's where you want to be. Number 10, to rank higher in Google SEO, it's really helpful if you have a strong brand. In general, Google really appreciates lots of brand searches coming to your homepage and individual pages. So don't only rely on SEO, make sure you're growing the size of your branded searches so that Google ranks you higher naturally. Number 11, prepare for EEAT. It's out. And there's something new in the EEAT. What it is that first E, which stands for experience. So while it used to be expertise, authority, and trustworthiness were the 3 things that Google looked at when they were evaluating your web page, now they also look at experience. So how many years and how much time have you dedicated to the field? Now what's important about that is when you have experience, expertise, authority, and trust, you need to make sure you think about these things when you're evaluating the way a consumer and Google would look at your web page. Make these things clearly identifiable. If you want to learn more about this, we have an EEAT checklist on ignitevisibility.com, and I've also done quite a few videos on it in the past. Pro tip, Google also has their quality rater guidelines, and in these guidelines, you can find out all the detailed information they want to see on your website regarding this topic. Number 12, I cannot emphasize this enough, double down on video content. It's really what consumers want to see. In a recent industry study that we did, we saw that 71% of marketing departments will be investing the majority of their budget into video multimedia content, while only 10% will be investing the majority of their content into blogging. So we're seeing a shift in the type of content that's being created and what consumers want to see. Consumers want answers to questions via video, and they want short, high-impact, succinct video content that meets their needs. Number 13, this is almost a forgotten art at this point. Don't forget to focus on international SEO. There's many different countries and language versions of Google, and you want to make sure that you show up in all the ones that are relevant for your business. So international SEO, critical. Number 14, another important thing to rank number 1 in Google for a competitive web page is to make sure that you have a good core web vitals score. Now, Google has said this is only important for bigger websites, bigger brands, and a smaller local business really doesn't need to be focusing on core web vitals, but it is part of the equation. At the end of the day, to rank number 1 in Google, what's most important is to create the best web page on the internet on the topic. Update it often, have good multimedia, have good core web vitals and page speed scores, and make sure that you have a quality and compliant link building strategy that is really driven by great content and awesome press. If you have any questions about ranking number 1 in Google, go ahead and leave it below. I will mention that it's different for every different business vertical and content type, so that's also important. So if you have any questions about the specific business vertical you're in or content type you're trying to get ranked, leave that below. I'll be happy to answer. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.